baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. What's up, sons? It's Blind Riding with Son of a Tech once again. Gonna get caught with that DMCA. I'm actually starting a little early, but I do have to do something. I was packing for the gym, and the rope for my pants, for my gi, came out. So I gotta fix these real quick. Essentially, gotta stuff this bad boy back through. You know what I mean? So let me do that real quick, and then we'll get to the topics today. How's everybody doing this morning? It's Monday morning. Monday is the best day of the week. Right? That's what I think. Unless you have a day job, then maybe not. If you like your day job, it's the best day of the week. Is there a typo in the title? Thanks for letting me know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, I see it. That's just me being typing quick. It's not dyslexia. It's fine. Gotta set the tone. Yeah. Monday you gotta get out there. Definitely get in the gym. Monday you have to get in the gym. Period. You gotta start that day off right, you know what I mean? Or a time. So I got this hanger and I stuck it through my pants. I usually tie the strings before I wash it. But I'm not gonna lie, and this is the first time in a long time, but my mother washed my gi. Actually, that's the first time ever that she's done that. But we're going to have to give her some gi washing tips and tricks. Oh, no! No! Oh, I pulled out the... No! You son of a bitch. Alright. We gotta do it the other direction now, too. Oh, yeah. About 46 Squirrel says my town doesn't have a gym. When I say get in the gym, I just mean go be physical. Gotta get physical. Physical. Alright. Well, here we go. Attempt numero dos. This is how I make sure that our stream is long enough. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, thread and gi pants. Aggregate. I was trying to get it done before the stream, but I want to make sure I start the stream on time every day. But if I don't have this done before the stream goes to the point to where I have to be done with the stream right when I leave, or I have to leave right when I'm done with the stream. So this has to be done. It just has to be done, and we'll do it live. You know what I mean? I'm hearing the helium miners are going crazy. I don't know of any helium miner manufacturers that are legit. I really honestly don't. I have never found one. So, I don't know. I ordered I've ordered from 2 different companies and neither one. There we go. We're done. And neither one sent me it. Detroit Irish, if you want to go to the range, that's cool. Now, there's a lot of fat guys at the gun range. There's not as many fat guys at the gym. So, pick your poison. All right. I think you should do both, by the way. But I just think you should do one more than the other. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. We are going to get rolling with, of course, the ad. And then we are going to talk about LOLMiner launching LOLMiner 1.36. That was 8 hours ago. And we're going to talk about the patch notes for that. You can also probably look forward to testing for that miner later in the week. We also have Bitmain doubling their hash rate, or BitFarms, excuse me, doubling their hash rate. We have pretty much a decrease in mining across the board, mining profitability. That's going to be ETH GPU coins as well as, of course, Bitcoin. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. And apparently helium miners are making a bunch of money, but I don't actually have the info on it. You guys are just giving me the down low on it. So let's go ahead and roll the ad for today. I believe it's brought to you by myself. Today's sponsor is CDK Deals.
Nope.
You can now purchase Windows 11 keys through CDK Deals. To activate, it's as simple as clicking the link in the description, going to the website and clicking Buy Now. Then click Sign Up for an Account, type in promo code SOT20 and click Submit Order. From here, you can pay with FastPay, PayPal, and credit card. Once you have completed the purchase, the key will be located in My Purchased Orders. Click View Keys and Codes, click Get the Key, and copy the code. Search for activation settings, click on Change Product Key, use Ctrl-V to paste the key into the box, click Next, click Activate, and no more pesky watermark. Don't forget to click the link in the description and use promo code SOT20 when purchasing for 25% off. Boom, and we are back. So let's hop into the first topic for the day, which is the new release of an LOLMiner, and get to working on the patch notes. So we have LOLMiner 1.36. Like we said, it was released 8 hours ago, and here are the feature updates. Improved ET and ETC hash performance on all NVIDIA Turing and Ampere GPUs by 0.3 to 0.7%, depending on the card and the system. That's not light hash rate specifically, guys. That's Turing and Ampere, non-light hash rate, right? So we are getting a boost in mining performance for those GPUs in particular. I'll have to see if I have anything to test with that, and I'm not positive at this point. But moving on, decreased rate of stale shares on NVIDIA Turing and Ampere GPUs, so that's awesome. Modified light hash rate auto tuning to use finer steps, 0.2 instead of 1. Also, when the miner is more than 2 hours stable on its current settings and lock appears, the card will unlock again, but the tuning will not be reduced. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So the reason why that's kind of might end up getting you a better hash rate overall is that it's not just tuning itself down over and over again. If it's 2 hours stable, it's going to stay at that unlock, which means there's potential there essentially that LOLMiner, at least like 1.36, may get more current effective like hash rate on the pool than 1.35. So that's going to be important. New parameter, LHR wait N, will set the miner to wait N seconds until the LHR detection and calibration gets active. Allows to wait for systems with delayed memory overclock settings. Fixes. Fixed a potential crash between switching between cached ETH and ZIL DAG on NVIDIA cards. Fixed a bug. Worker name got lost on easel.me mining pools. And fixed a bug causing rate defect shares on light hash rate cards. So, there you go, boys. That's going to be LOLMiner version 1.36. The link will be down below. Let me know if you test it, what kind of results you're getting. And then, of course, I will be trying to get to testing it here a little later. The only downside to this, as far as testing goes, it doesn't seem like there's necessarily an improvement in hash rate for light hash rate GPUs. The big improvements here are going to be for the Turing and the Ampere GPUs, and then at least that's what it seems. The only thing that is going to be hard to test is going to be that LHR auto tuning not knocking down, of course, the hash rate, because that would take a pretty significant amount. First of all, it would take a card that is needing to get unlocked after 2 or more hours again. So you have to find that GPU, right? And it has to like reliably do it. Then you have to run an extended period test of 24 to 48 hours. And then you have to run that same test twice, right? To compare and contrast. It's probably nearly impossible to reliably check and test that specific feature. I'm just going to be upfront. It's probably nearly impossible to do it. That was the only way I can really think of doing it. And even then, it's like, how am I going to find that card, right? So there you go. That's where we're at. I don't have any light hash rate cards that are dropping off like that frequently. So let's get into BitFarms doubling their hash rate. I did need to pull this up. So mining pools. We want the stats and we want Bitcoin. I don't see a big increase. What about Ethereum? All right, let's just get into the article and then we'll talk about if it's true or not, I guess. BitFarms doubles hash rate to more than 2 exahash. Bitcoin miner BitFarms has received and installed 1,500 S19J Pro miners so far in November. BitFarms, BITF, the Canadian Bitcoin miner, has doubled its mining power over the last 8 months, the company said in a statement on Monday. The company has increased its hash rate to exceed 2 exahash per second at the same time when the Bitcoin network has grown about 12%, allowing it to gain a larger share of the network hash rate. Hash rate is a measurement of the total power of computer processing power, securing a proof of work cryptocurrency. All right. Quote, as we continue to execute on our expansion plans, we expect to continue to outpace Bitcoin network growth to drive even higher Bitcoin production numbers throughout 2022, said Emiliano Grodzki, BitFarms founder and CEO, in the statement. BitFarms has already received and installed 1,500 S19J Pro miners in November and has 2,701 Bitmain S19J Pro mining machines and 400 MicroBT M30S miners that are scheduled to be received and installed throughout the remainder of November. BitFarms has also purchased 48,000 MicroBT miners, which are scheduled for delivery in 2022. On November 1st, BitFarms said it planned to grow its mining capacity to more than 2 exahash after hitting a record hash rate of 1.8 exahash in October. So we are seeing a big bump there, or we should be seeing a big bump there. The kind of the deceptive part is it's like it doubles its hash rate. Well, it did double they did double their hash rate, but they didn't double their hash rate like yesterday, right? And so if you read that title, it's kind of like, well, that's odd, because if you come over and take a look at the difficulty chart for Bitcoin, it hasn't gone up a lot. So at this point, like, it's actually kind of gone down from the 25. Let's see, on May 26th, down, here, and it's kind of slowly crept back up, but there wasn't like it doesn't feel like there's a huge increase. necessarily. So anyways, what you're looking at is probably going to make it even more difficult for normal people to mine Bitcoin, but that's how I feel about it. What's interesting, though, and something that should be mentioned, is that let's look at these real quick. I believe it's the SHA-256, like the miners have gone up in price. So, or not up in price, but up in profitability a little bit, right? Not like a lot, but they fluctuate. I think the S19 Pro was down a little bit, closer to like 36. So a lot of this isn't making a ton of sense. We have the MicroBT WhatToMiner M30S Plus right there. Those are some that they're running. And then primarily these Antminer S19s Pros. Anyways, that's where BitFarms is. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, as well as in the chat. Thanks for the €5. I'll get to questions at the end. I do need to say, like, just because we want to keep the show flowing is kind of why I want to leave the questions to the end, but I will write the question down. Okie doke. So let's go ahead and talk about, of course, the WhatToMine and see what we're looking at there. What's happening is, to me, it does look like the mining market is down. We are, not making as much as we were, say, last week on Friday. So it's a bit down. Let's go ahead and take a look. So I have a 3090 queued in here. Ethereum's down to $8.16 after 10 cents a kilowatt hour power. If you recall, last week we were closer to $10. In fact, we hovered at $10 a day off of a 3090 on Ethereum. A couple big things that are happening too is that we are starting to see kind of that altcoin GPU mineable cryptocurrency fluctuation, where things people haven't heard of are coming up into being more profitable. And then, of course, things that we thought were more profitable last week now not being as profitable this week. Guys, I've tried to explain this before. We're going to go over it again. The problem when you get into this market is that there are coins that are going to shoot up in price overnight, making the mining look extremely profitable, and even in some cases more profitable than Ethereum, but over the long haul they will not be as profitable. So if you're bouncing around coins all the time trying to do the most profitable, you can hurt yourself. And so you need to be super, super careful, and you need to make sure that it is a coin that makes sense, that you're willing to like hold on to for a little bit maybe, or kind of if you want to hedge mine, or if you just think that that one's going to go further down the line. The hard part is like, in reality, you should just probably be mining Ethereum and trading for these other coins. And then if they go up in price overnight, then you're good to go, right? But if they don't, then you're still just mining Ethereum. And by hopping through a whole bunch, you're just going to end up spending a ton of time trying to hunt down that most profitable coin. If you support the network, that's a different story. Like if you want to support the Flux network or the Ergo platform, by all means, throw a couple rigs at them. Support the network. I think that's fantastic. Now, there is a little bit of a difference with Flux, because with Flux, you can take into account being able to mine on GPUs with less VRAM than other, of course, coins. So that one's kind of an outlier. That's actually maybe true, of course, it was true a little bit with Ravencoin, not so much anymore. And that's probably true with like some of the crypto night coins as well. The things like the Equilibria here. Sorry for the pause. I'm still stuffed up over here with the kitty cats. All right. So we have the zero. Yeah, we talked about zero already. We do need to do a how to mine for that, but that's the Equihash zero. That does take more VRAM. So I'd say there's arguments for like this equilibrium more than likely, as well as the flux here. Conceal. We already know about Ergo. That's pretty much it. Elysium coming back up. Ryo would be another one that should require less. So that's pretty much it. If we take a look at an older AMD GPU, still Ethereum and Firo. And then if we take a look at a newer Ethereum GPU, this CryptoNight coin pops back in. And then let's go ahead and look at the 2080 Ti. This one seems to be the one that's different here and there. And it is. Flux is still remaining on top. A little bit out of the norm for the 2080 Ti, but Flux is remaining on top for the 2080 Ti. And I believe it's bounced around a little bit, right? Like at one point, I think Conflux was #1 for the 2080 Ti. And then last week, I think we did see Ergo pop up there at some point, which I'm not even seeing Ergo. Maybe it wasn't Ergo. Was it Flux last week? I'll have to go rewatch my live streams from last week. So let me know in the comment section below, guys, if there is something that you're mining, like Ergo or Ravencoin, and you've just thrown a couple rigs at it because you want to support the network. Let me know what those are and what your experience with mining it is. And that would be pretty neat, I think. All right. Let's see. So let's take a look at the Ethereum network. Did it pump up in hash rate? Sorta. And then let's take a look at mining pool stats or profits. There we go. Let's take a look at what is showing as most profitable. Last 90 days, we got Crazy Pool in first, Ethermine in second, and Mining Pool Hub in third. Last 60 days, we have Ethermine in first, Crazy Pool in second, and Mining Pool Hub in third. In the last 30 days, we have Ethereum in first, Mining Pool Hub in second, and Crazy Pool in third. Last 21 days, we have ZET in first, Mining Pool Hub in second, and Ethermine in third. Last 14 days, we have ZET in first, Crazy Pool in second, and Mining Pool Hub in third. In the last 7 days, we have ZET in first, Crazy Pool in second, and Mining Pool Hub in third. And then the last 3 days, we have ZET in first, 2 miners in second, and Mining Pool Hub in third. If we take a look at my farm, we are having some issues with a few cards still that I got to go get worked out, but we are kind of, I guess, stabilized a little bit. I'm at 4.8 gigahash right now at 14 kilowatts, and we have a few errors that we need to get worked out. You can see a card's dropped off right here. And then on, I believe it's on this rig, I have 13070, that one that's still messing up. And then this 3090 that I recently got used, it's a Founders Edition, and it's only hitting 80 megahash a second. It's the pads, bro. We got to get the pads in there. That is, like I said, resulting in, of course, lower profits for the day. We're looking at $389 a day. Last week, we were sitting at $400 a day every day. So, it's going to take a little bit before things get, I think, sorted from there. Where's the... here we go. Yeah, so our average effective is at 4.84, but our current effective is 4.61. And we were getting staying pretty consistent over 5 gigahash. So there's some funky stuff going on at the farm that we got to get kind of sorted. Just a couple cards. You know, I have I have two 5700 XTs offline and a 3070 offline. And then I have the low hash rate on the 3090 and low hash rate on another 3070. And then it looks like we dropped off another 5700 XT. So we have quite a bit of hash power that we need to go get sorted. I need to go get sorted for sure here soon. So it's kind of where I'm at with my farm. How are you guys doing? Where are you at with your farms? What are your questions? Of course, the way questions will work is that if you do a super chat, that will get priority because I can see it really easily. Otherwise, please tag me at Son of a Tech to make it easier for me to see what the questions are, and then we will get to trying to answer them. It looks like we have like 35 minutes for today for questions and all that sort of stuff. The first question was, what do you have on PCI port multipliers? I don't use anything like that because I have all the boards are pretty much like the 12 GPU boards. I know that some people do split them off, and I think there could be an argument for splitting off. Let's see. So splitting off or utilizing M.2 slots on like a Ryzen board. And the reason for that is maybe with the profitability of Raptorium, it's not really impractical to just say, let's go ahead and put, you know, a 3900X in every single mining rig and then just use like PCI lane splitters or M.2 expanders to add in all of the GPUs and then also still get the bonus from the Raptorium mining, right? So I think there's an argument for that. However, with Raptorium increasing in, of course, difficulty, significantly increasing in difficulty here recently, I'm not positive that you want to go down the path of investing in CPU mining or not. It's going to be interesting. It's a small cap coin. It's not like an Ethereum that can handle like that large of a difficulty because there's not a lot of activity on the network, right? So I'm kind of waiting and seeing where that's going to fluctuate. It should be interesting though. All right. Tag me, please, and we'll try to get to the questions. Ooh. Echo says, Son of a Tech, how do you feel about Raven now? I don't see any posts about it, but it seems the mining must be strong. Well, so, I mean, I've talked about Raven a lot. They don't do anything. So there's not like, it's not like there's anything to report on because they don't do anything. Everything that I've done for Raven coin is relevant and up to date. So there's no reason to make a new video because they don't do any improvements. It's like, why would you make, yeah, I don't know. It's like, what would be a good example? I don't know. Why would, I don't know. Why, like, there's no news. That's it. There's nothing. I'm not reporting on it because of like, other than there's no news. They need to work on it. That's what they need to do. That's pretty much it, really, at the end of the day. Daniel Ring says, I've got an old 570 with 4 gigs. You'll have them on ETC 22 mega hash. Would there be a better algorithm? I believe there is. I mean, you can always come into the tool too and utilize it, right? Like go to WhatToMine. You can hit the 570. Now you'll have to like pay attention to what's not 4 gig, but it says right now Ravencoin is the most profitable at $1.12 a day after power at 10 cents a kilowatt hour. That probably changes, you know, if you're in a bad area and you're going to 22 cents a kilowatt hour, maybe it changes. No, yeah, it does. See, Elysium becomes more profitable right here just because of power. All right. PXL says, would dual mining make more sense after ETH? I mean, Probably not. Because, like, I don't know what you would dual mine anyways. I guess it depends on if there's good, like, Ziliqua pairings or whatever, right? Spooky, I can't really show you how many blocks I've hit in a lifetime because, first of all, it's been for forever. And then, second of all, I've been on different pools. I do not solo mine. Riley says, are you going to transition to proof of stake when it comes around? No, I will not be participating in the Ethereum network at that point, more than likely. At least until things shake out and there is self-custodial mining pool or farming pools for, you know, proof of stake. And then I would still consider it, but... All right. Brother Crypto says, if you change out the thermal pads, can you still RMA that card? So there will always be stickers on the back that say if you break them that it voids the warranty. However, you should take into account that it is a right to repair. There is right to repair in the United States, so they can't technically deny that. If you're in other geographical locations, they probably can technically deny that. In my experience, I have had no issues with EVGA, Zotac, Sapphire, XFX. I'm trying to think if I did say any others. Those are the 4 off the top of my head. They have not done anything if I've sent something in that I have done thermal pads on. So there you go. Rondi, thanks for the $10 and thanks for showing the love. Richard, thank you for the €5 and thanks for showing the love as well. David asks, hey, Son of a Tech, I love your videos. Can you tell me what you think of Vertcoin? I think Vertcoin is in the same position as, I guess, not quite as Ravencoin because, like, it's not going to be an asset coin. It's a purchase coin. It just needs something. There's something missing there. It needs something from a, you know, a development usability standpoint. We'll have to see where it goes. I just don't know. Right. I would assume that a partnership with like some gaming or something would have been good. However, like where you end up standing, because the thing about Vertcoin that makes it special is that you can play games and mine Vertcoin at the same time. That's what makes Vertcoin special. If you could get some sort of integration there, that'd be awesome. But most of the integrations for gaming are going the NFT route, right? So, and like that sort of like Ethereum platform or Ergo platform, as opposed to going the route of like finding a currency to integrate directly. Well, so it wouldn't be a specifically the distinction is coin versus token, right? So the integration for like the actual in-game currency is more than likely going to be a token, not a coin. And that's somewhere where I could have seen like Vertcoin take off. The other thing that Vertcoin could do though is just traditional games being able to purchase them with Vertcoin in some sort of store, whether that be like GOG or Steam or whatever, some sort of partnership like that. I could see doing really, really good for Vertcoin. It's just kind of in a spot where there's not, I don't know where it goes from here. I'm having trouble finding the value in it. I have ideas about where the value could be, but none of those are being done. Kiom or Coemicidus? I can't do it, dude. Sorry. But it says, Son of a Tech, do you have any suggestions about dual mining with non-light hash rate cards? You have several 16 gigabyte cards only mining ETH. No, I would just be mining the Ethereum more than likely, unless you wanted to switch to ETH plus Ziliqua. But even then, like, the way that dual mining works for non-light hash rate cards is you pretty much stop mining Ethereum for a little bit and you mine something else for just a little bit, and then it goes back to ETH. Adrian says the spot on the wall is wanting to make you wipe it off. Yeah, so there was like a poster there that I need to get rid of, or put a new poster there. I'll figure it out for you. Let's see. Andrea says, what do you think about Ergo? Ergo has been super impressive. We talked about it previously last week a couple times. The fact that, Ergo's a relatively young coin, and it has everything from, the quick swap exchanges like DeFi or decentralized exchanges to NFT auction houses and so on is just incredible, really, to be honest, for how young of a coin it is. So I think it's going to do really well. Its integration with Cardano is also super important as well. It could be the savior for the GPU mining, but we'll have to see, right? And that's the way it goes. The double the hash rate, you can rewind the video, but that was on BitFarms for Bitcoin, and it really still hasn't even come back up all the way from the crash in network difficulty after the ban in China. So it hasn't even recovered to that yet. So it's not really a huge concern right now, in my opinion. But we kind of already talked about that. When do you think you would do a migration for another coin? I don't know. I mean, it depends on when proof of stake launches, more than likely in June, right? And then we'll kind of go from there. And let me get my phone muted for you guys. All right. Let's see. So Crypto Nacho says, Son of a Tech, hi, I just had two 220 volt 20 amp outlets installed for your rigs. I noticed that you can't find any 220 PDUs with surge protection. What do you use for surge protection on your rigs? So you can have, there's a couple ways. First of all, you can have surge protection, and I will get that linked for you. Second of all, it should have been 220 30 amp circuits. And then finally there, you want to have surge protection installed at the panel. An electrician can do that, and they'll know what you mean when you say, hey, can you get surge protection at the panel? So you can have it at the panel and then at the PDU as well. Let me go get you the PDUs that I am running. And then the plugs that I do are the L630Ps. Or L630P PDUs. Is this the trip light with them? Yep. Right here. C script says, Son of a Tech, are you aware you can deposit Raven into Binance? You can. But you really can't use Binance in most areas. I mean, like, so I can't in Texas, for example. Thessi96 says, Son of a Tech, what do you think about Raptorium? We've talked about it. I mean, like, it's still a very new project. It's cool that there's there was a profitable CPU mineable coin. With the difficulty spiking and how small of a coin it is and how new of a project it is, I'm not sure they can maintain the profitability with the sharp increase in difficulty on the network. Tony Rock says, are you mining Flux or Firo? No, I'm not. I will be mining Flux with some 1063 gigs. I have not got them online, so I'm kind of working at that. USCCrypto.com quote in the thumbnails 100. Yeah, thanks. I actually lost it this weekend, so I gotta go try to get it. Apparently a friend took it, so I hope that they have it, but I don't know. KuCoin does have KYC magic. It depends on what you're trying to do. You can use the KYC for certain transactions or not use it. Leo says the community says 52% will migrate to Ergo and ETH 2.0 in Brazil. I do not think that that is translating over to our polls that we have been doing. So let me show you here real quick. If we take a look at our community tab for the same question, it says, what will you mine after Ethereum 2.0? We have 15,000 votes. So our sample size is huge. And it says 51% for Raven coin. And 21% for Ergo. So, Leo, I don't think that your numbers are accurate. We have a pretty big sample size. But let me know what the sample size was that you were, where you got your info from. Fundamental says you can get trip light with watt meter. You can get a, yes. With a watt, I believe you can get one. Well, you can also get them with like managed and everything as well, right? Managed is what would have the watt meter in it. Richard says prices of GPUs are insane in the EU. How about the US? Yes. Yes, they are. All right, let's see. Oof. Magic Lucky was whatever is most profitable an option on that poll. No, we did not. So that's a fair question. We could add that to a poll and then see, where it shakes out from there. Part of the thing is you kind of want to, on that poll, well, in my opinion, right, you kind of want to get people to pick an actual coin, because obviously doing whatever is most profitable, if they watch the channel at all, is going to be the answer that everybody puts. So what you're trying to actually gauge is what people think is going to be most profitable. Does that make sense? Anonymous Miner says, thoughts on Mysterium and Deeper Connect? I haven't looked into them at all. Maybe you can shoot me info on Twitter. Lee Edwards says, do you think it'll still be worth mining after Ethereum finishes existing? You mean when they go to proof of stake? That's the question everybody always asks, and it's really going to be up to you and your risk tolerance, because nobody has the answer to that. Zeke Gaming, you wanted to ask, are you full-time miner or do you do a job? I am a full-time miner and YouTuber. I could be full-time mining without the YouTube, though. In theory. It wouldn't, obviously you would take a pay cut. Let's see. So, oh yeah, so prices on GPUs. So I've only been buying used from the people that are getting out of GPU mining. So the prices have been good for me. If you go to Micro Center, you can get some decent deals. If you go to Best Buy, you can get some decent deals on Best Buy drops. It's getting easier to get drops from Best Buy and Micro Center. Micro Centers has like a 30-day limit still on it though, so I go every 30 days and I can snag one there. But yeah. Jabra says, what is the best miner for NVIDIA? That's ever changing right now, and it's also specifically dependent on the type of GPU, right? So which NVIDIA GPU? That like even today we saw on the LOLMiner, you know, an improvement in Turing and Ampere GPUs by 0.3 to 0.7%. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be good for all NVIDIA architectures, right? But it's usually like T-Rex is a favorited, NBMiner for the light hash rate cards is a favorite of mine. LOLMiner is really, really good because it's really, really stable. Let's see. What do you think about the gold shell KD5? You can't buy one, so it seems a little silly. Unfortunately, you can't buy one. Magic, I would correct you. Red Panda Mining has more subs than me. And way more views. It was different last year. But then I got sick for a little while. That is what it is. Vid says, I want to buy a cold wallet. I want the basic model. I just don't know if you should go Trezor or Ledger. I'm a Trezor fan. Ledger has probably, I don't know. Either one, yeah, both of them are going to integrate with pretty good with MetaMask or just Ethereum in general and Cardano. Chris Demon says, I have started mining Raptorium with my CPUs on Hive. I'm new to that side of it. Is it worth it? It is worth it, but it's a little bit more work. And I need to work on a guide for you guys for Hive OS because you can just go into Hive OS and like click through the flight sheet and create it, right? And you just drop it in and it'll start mining it. What it won't do is tune it. So you have to add an extra parameter to get a full tune in and get that first run in. And then once that tune in is done, you need to go back into the flight sheet and remove the parameter for the full tune and then reboot the miner. Also making sure that the actual file for the tune is still on the system. So yes, you can do it on Hive. Yes, it works. There's a couple more steps that aren't necessarily as apparent to most people when setting up mining Raptorium on Hive OS. MC Mac Attack says, what did you do before you were a miner, a YouTuber? I was a cloud solution specialist for an IT company. I primarily managed and performed migrations from on-premise Exchange to the cloud. Well, on-premises services across the board, right? File services and all that too. Lewis says to test Team Black Miner. I have a couple times. I need to try again. Meow says obviously anything with cute animals equals more subs. Yeah, that's probably fair. Probably fair. Andre says, what do you think about the halving of Raven in January? It should be, but well, I thought possibly December, right? And I've already talked about it. It should increase the price of Raven coin, which will be good. But it really depends. You know, it's hard to gauge because it's still coupled with Bitcoin. So like we talked about it in like my video that was like, you know, Raven coin prediction, but really like that Raven coin prediction was honestly just more an excuse to demonstrate what the Bitcoin halving cycle is, how that affects the market, and so on, right? How we go through these just natural bear and bull run markets when you have basically the reward being cut in half, and how miners basically influence the price of crypto as a whole more than pretty much anybody else at this time. Let's see. Can you make a video for dual mining in HiveOS for NVIDIA card and BMiner or LOLMiner with different pools? I don't know. SE King, I don't really understand what you're asking for. So if I can't understand the question, like as far as like if we can't simplify that question, then probably no. Riley says, what was your biggest problem with doing that kind of work? What do you mean, cloud solutions? Management. That's easy. David says, thanks for the answer with Vertcoin, and what do you think of Byton? I don't know what Byton is, so it's not on my radar at this point yet. Daryl says, son of a tech, can I mine Raptorium and GPU mine on the same rig? Yes, mine are doing that right now. Let me find the best example because they're not really. So what's interesting about Raptorium is it fluctuates, but yeah, so all of them are not running very well right now, but I'll show you. Here's a basic rig, but it's not. Oh, there we go. So you got, you know, some 1660 supers in here that are getting too hot, so I'm going to have to put them somewhere else. But, and then Raptorium. So like on the flight sheet, you just pop in, right? And then you're just going to, you know, edit the flight sheet. You're going to add one, and then you just click the add miner button. And then you add the other one for the Raptorium. So you do RTM, Trade Ogre, or whatever, your wallet. Pool and the CPU miner. That's it. That's all you gotta do. It's easy. Now, what you do gotta do though is we were talking about. I need to do a guide because you do need to come into the config and basically set up a tune, and that's it. Let's see. Billy says, son of a tuck, can we mine just on Ubuntu? Yes, of course, dude. Of course. It's really not that hard. A lot of people can do it. I've never done like an Ubuntu guide, but maybe we should. Emo says, can you do CPU downclocking for Raptorium? You can, but really, ideally, you just want to like, the best settings I found is like enabling PBO and making sure that you have fast memory and enabling your XMP profile, or in the case of AMD, I suppose most motherboards will call it a DOCP profile, but just making sure that the memory is in dual channel mode. And then that it's overclock out of the, you know, advertised speeds are actually applied. Those are the two like most important things. Oh, so yeah, I don't think that necessarily. I don't know that you'd want to underclock. There's a so I think that there probably could be a debate for under volting or overclocking for it, but your standard performance improvement overclocks for Ryzen should apply. So anything that is like working well, at least what I've seen is like your quick tests in like Cinebench translate. Cinebench specifically translates over pretty well to Raptorium. Yeah. Billy says, "Son of a Tech, can we mine just with Ubuntu? Is there info?" Well, I already answered that. I don't have a guide though. What scripts for ASICs? What scripts for ASICs to look for? What script ASICs to look for, Lala? You're looking for L7s. But they're all sold out everywhere. So I was going to buy some. Let's see. Make sure you guys use my affiliate code if you go here. But BT Miners has L3 pluses, LT5s, X5s, and the mini Doge. The best one here is going to be the Gold Shell LT5, $9,800 US. What we can do is take that 2450 megahash a second, 3100 watts. Go over here. Nowhere near as good, but at least you can actually buy them right now. All right, so you got $16 a day in Doge and 683. So let's get our calculator out. Is that Doge right? Doge right there. 16.83 plus 683. 2366. And so then we would do the 2366, so 9800 by 23.66. Yeah, that ROI is over a year, dude. I wouldn't do it. Let's look at the L3 Plus is probably going to be a better deal. 504. Hold on. Yeah, so that's 5 times 1400. It's better to buy 5 L3 Pluses divided by 2386. Yeah, your ROI is like cut down by like 130 days, dude. What are you guys? What's going on with the pricing over here? What is that? What is that? What is that? That doesn't make no sense. Now you would use more wattage, right? So that's fair, because it'd be 800 times 5. That'd be 4,000 watts instead of 3,000 watts, so you'd use 1,000 more watts. But at the same time, it's like, it's still $2,800 cheaper. And yes, Daniel, you are correct that they can overclock. All right. Oh, single stick of RAM works okay. And my overclocks, by the way, have only gotten up to 550. But maybe you can show me the 600 one at some point on Twitter. 4EMH does a single stick of RAM. I don't know. I guess we need to do like a 24-hour test of like dual rank versus single rank on a Ryzen CPU, huh? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're going to do? I think that sounds like something we need to do. That's what we need to do, boys. Yes, Golden Wolf, we do it live. I have gotten 0 L7s. I really wanted one, but it's like, I'm doing really well, but I'm not on that level. I'm not on $30,000 mining hardware level. Just not there yet. Just not there yet. I'm on like $10,000 worth of GPUs every once in a while level. And that's kind of where I'm at. But I'll get there. We'll get there. We're going to get there. Next question. ADSA says, Son of a Tech, are you still providing liquidity through Uniswap or moved on to something else like Wonderland or other DeFi? I have some in liquidity. I have some in Aave. And then obviously I have some in Ergo. Added liquidity in Ergo. Which is not doing good, but you know, it's there because I want to support it too. And then some in what was it? Matic. No, not Matic. Yes, Matic. Matic. Let's see. Backdoor says, do you know if Flock is mineable? No, it's a token. But you can use unmineable to mine Ethereum and get paid out in Flock. I think. I don't know if support's added yet. I assume that will happen soon. You can do it with Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu. Thanks for the 20 euro, Richard. You rock. Dirty Miner says 10K in GPUs could easily be less than 10 cards today. Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, at the same time, I had that really good buy of 3070s, which was nice. Then, let's see. I gotta go to Jiu-Jitsu. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. We will be testing out LOLMiner. Hopefully, maybe tonight. We'll see. I'm not sure, you know. And then we will also be trying to get a Flux mining rig up. We'll see. I don't know. But I'll see you next Tuesday.